Before you could form a word, before your lips could shape a sound, your nervous system learnt its first language, the language of the mother. Not merely your personal mother, but the archetypal mother, the first face of the world. Through her breath and heartbeat, your soul received its first message about existence itself. Was she warm? Was she afraid? Was she distant? Whatever current flowed through her became the current that shaped your sense of love, safety and worth. The Gnostics would say this: her energy was the first demiurge to touch you. Not in the sense of evil, but in the sense of form. She was the one who stamped the first shape upon the unformed spark of divine light that is you. You did not learn who you were by seeing yourself. You learnt it by being seen. Her eyes, her tone, her arms, her silence. These were the mirrors through which you glimpsed yourself. If her gaze was soft, you learnt that life could be kind. If her face was tense, you learnt that love must be earned. You did not reason this, your soul absorbed it. It became the code of incarnation, the psychic architecture of your body's temple. And so, the Gnostic would whisper, this is how the veil descends. A divine spark, born of the fullness, enters matter, and forgets its origin, because it learns to survive within the mirror of another sphere. The ancients spoke of archons, forces that keep consciousness asleep, repeating patterns through generations. Modern science calls them genetic memories, trauma responses, epigenetic codes. But the essence is the same. What is unhealed in the parent recreates itself in the child. Not out of malice, but out of inertia, the inertia of unawakened energy. If your mother lived in vigilance, your body learnt vigilance. If she lived in apology, you learnt to shrink. If she lived in silence, you learnt to mute your truth. This is not personal sin, it is cosmic sleep. The world itself is the great mother asleep, dreaming through billions of nervous systems, and every child is born into that dream. But the divine spark in you is older than that dream. It remembers a home beyond anxiety, beyond unworthiness. And at a certain point, often through suffering, it begins to stir. The stirring is the call of Sophia, the wisdom that fell into the world and seeks to awaken within. When you begin to see that your reflexes of fear and need are not truly you, you are practicing gnosis, direct knowing. You are remembering that what was programmed through your body is not the essence of your soul. Gnosis is not blame, it is seeing through. You stop asking, what is wrong with me? And begin to ask, what is this pattern trying to keep me from remembering? And the answer is always the same. That you are already divine, that you were never meant to earn love, you are love, becoming conscious of itself. Healing, in this light, is not about rewriting history, but reclaiming authorship. You become both the child and the mother, the one who receives and the one who gives. You hold the younger self, not as a psychological exercise, but as a rite of gnosis. You tell the forgotten spark, the world's mirror was flawed, but your light was never broken. Each act of self-nurturing is the descent of Sophia into matter, correcting the fall by infusing it with awareness. When you breathe calmly, where once you would have panicked, the veil thins. When you choose compassion instead of self-blame, you repair the rift in the lineage. You turn ancestral pain into light. The Gnostics taught that liberation does not come from changing the archons, but from remembering you were never their prisoner. So too with our personal histories. You do not need your mother to change. You need only to see her as part of the great sleep, and yourself as the one who is waking up. You can honour her humanity without inheriting her wounds. You can thank her for carrying the spark into matter, even if she did not know its worth. The moment you see her not as my mother, but as a soul of her own dream, compassion arises naturally. And compassion is the solvent of karmatic chains. One day you will look into a mirror and no longer search for her reflection. You will see only light recognizing itself. You will realize that what you called healing was really remembering the face you had before the world was made. That is the essence of gnosis. To awaken from the inherited dream, to see the patterns of the flesh without being ruled by them, and to live as the spark that knows itself as divine. When that knowing anchors in your body, your relationships change, your boundaries become sacred, and love flows not as longing, but as radiance. You are no longer the child, reaching outward. You are the luminous mother within, cradling the world itself in awareness. To know yourself is to know all, and to know the all is to be free.